Hello friends, CoachAMillerLight here. Once again today studying the teachings of Abraham, passaging the teachings of Abraham. I'm understanding as I'm studying this topic of the vortex and understanding that we are vibrational beings and that we are literally creating our own reality. Now what is coming to me is coming to me because of me and the vibration that I'm offering. Understanding also, there's this time gap between the vibration I offer and it manifesting as my physical experience. So the idea of the passages, the idea of writing the teachings of Abraham word for word, listening to the audio and writing it, is to tune myself. It's a tool to tune myself, understanding that I'm like a radio dial. I go into the car and now that radio has all these different frequencies with all this different music. And then so I tune that radio in the car to the frequency of music that pleases me, is the idea of the radio. Well, I'm understanding it's pretty much the same thing with me. That I'm tuning my radio, tuning myself, that there's all these different frequencies that are available. And I can tune my own dial with my focus. I'm understanding it's my focus that tunes the dial, that alters my frequency. So when I listen to the teachings of Abraham, it's one of those frequencies that's high flying, it's feel good, it reminds me of the laws, it reminds me of how it goes, it keeps me in check so that I keep responsibility for my life. Because living here on the physical plane, it can be very easy to slip into this place of somebody else is doing it to me and it's because of them, and let my mind wander to other people and farm their land. When I farm their land, my land, how could it be good? How could my land be good if my energy is farming someone else's land? So getting back in my own game and staying in my own game is something that I choose in life. So my strategy for it is to study the laws and report in here on this show to keep myself in check with how it goes. So the teachings of Abraham, I passaged it today, wrote it down. The link will be in the description to the YouTube video of Abraham that I listened to today. So Abraham's talking about appreciation, right? This vibration of appreciation. They say when you're appreciating what has been given, it's the same vibration as being thankful for what's been given. So appreciation and thankfulness being the same vibe. They're the same vibration. Think about what the literal physical definition of appreciation is. It's adding more to something. Pretty interesting topic. Appreciation, something I think that English language is super cool, how these words like this work like this. Appreciation is the same vibration as thankfulness. And what is the physical definition of appreciation? Add more to something. When something appreciates, more is added to it. So what I'm getting out of this, I can use this as a tool. If I appreciate the YouTube, if I appreciate this YouTube for having this amazing platform, something I dreamed of as a child was have my own channel. I wanted a good news channel. I wanted a station. I wanted my own production company. Well, YouTube, this platform, YouTube, this amazing platform actually makes that possible. How cool. You can literally have your own channel, your own station, your own network. I think that's fabulous. So when I appreciate, appreciation adds more. Appreciation feels good. Love and appreciation are equivalent vibrations, but we use the word appreciation more because the word love is often loaded with things. When most people talk about the word love, they're talking about their feeling lost love or missing love or not enough love. There's more of a lackful vibration energetically around love on your planet. Well, of course, that's not always true. And if you're resonant with love, of course, use the word. But appreciation is a better word for most people than love because it doesn't bring it with it lack. It's helpful to understand that words, okay, Abraham goes on, let's finish this up and then I'll go on with what I have on that, what I'm getting out of it. Words don't matter so much other than that they prime the pump to a vibration that you've got going. It's finding that feeling place. So these words, right? The word doesn't matter so much. That's what I'm getting out of it. The word doesn't matter so much as the vibration. But words can help me prime a pump of a vibration. I'm choosing to get this, be in the vortex, live in the vortex, find the vortex, Be in that mode of this is what matters more than anything. This is most important. This is more important than being right. This is more important than justifying my position. This is more important than defending myself. Being in the vortex, being number one. So words, I can use my words to appreciate and find a feeling place. And what I'm hearing Abraham say is that it's probably going to be easier for me to find the vortex through appreciation than through love, because love is loaded, right? It's been loaded with all these things that aren't really what the actual vibration of love is. The word triggers an idea, has a feeling around it that isn't really what that feeling is or what that vibration is. So appreciation is an easier way to go if I'm choosing to be in the vortex. That's what I'm getting out of this. Go for appreciation. Appreciate. Appreciate means add more onto. All right, Abraham has this really great topic here. They say you didn't come here to get stuff done or fix something that is broken or change the world or even modify the world or even to figure out what's right and wrong in the world. You came to enjoy your exposure to life and your evolution, which is absolute. Helpful to remember that we didn't come to get stuff done. It seems like that, right? Because my whole day is filled with things I have to get done. So what does this solve? What do you mean, Abraham? I didn't come here to get stuff done. That's pretty much all I'm doing all day, getting stuff done. At the end of the day, if I got enough stuff done, then I start to feel good about myself. Well, I'm understanding that what to do, it's not don't do things, but it's we didn't come here to get stuff done. We came here to go back to the vortex. Get in the vortex and then. Get in the vortex and then make the call. Get in the vortex and then have the conversation. Get in the vortex and then make the decision. Get in the vortex and then. Find my stable footing vibrationally. Didn't come to get stuff done, came to go back to the vortex, to be in the vortex, choose the vortex, consciously choose the vortex from which we came. Consciously go home and do it in a physical body, which seems to me, so far what I got on this is that's like the primo experience, is be pure positive energy, not just pure positive energy non-physically focused, but pure positive energy physically focused. Find those moments, find it as much as I can and milk it. All right, so Abraham talks about, this was interesting to me. I saw this in a new way when I heard this and wrote this today. Vibrations will lead to thoughts, and thoughts will lead to more thoughts, and more thoughts, and more thoughts, and those thoughts will lead to things. This is a sort of rudimentary explanation of how things become here in your physical environment. The vibration that is without resistance must lead to pleasing thoughts. Okay, this is interesting. So they're talking about vibration leads to thought, leads to thought, leads to more thought, leads to thing. And I hadn't really thought of it quite like that before. You know, we think about thought is vibration, thought. But they're talking about vibration starting first, right? Vibration is present before even a thought is. Vibration leads to thought, leads to thought, leads to more thought, leads to more thought, leads to thing. The vibration, okay, so then they say the vibration that is without resistance, the vibration that is without resistance must lead to pleasing thoughts. So if the root of the thought you're thinking now is a vibration with non-resistance, then you're off on a really good foot. If you've meditated into non-resistance and now there's a vibration that's non-discernible, you can think vibrations until you get momentum going. So when you meditate, you allow enough momentum of the vibration to get going that you allow the vibration to turn into a thought. Okay, this is interesting. So what I'm hearing here is the thought comes from the vibration, springs from the vibration. Depending on what the vibration is, depends on what the thought comes from that vibration. So I can meditate. Abraham talks a lot about meditation. They're very adamant about it. It's a very strong message in the teachings of Abraham that I can meditate or appreciate, but they're talking about meditation here. Meditate my way into non-resistance where there's no thought and it's just a vibration. It's a pure, peaceful, satisfied, in the vortex vibration without any thought attached to it yet. And from that vibration of non-resistance, the thoughts that will spring out of that will now be thoughts that will be very serving to me in my life because they came from non-resistance. So what can I do with that? Try to find my way to non-resistance as much as I can. There's many ways to do it. Meditation is one. Running, yoga, music, singing, dancing, playing an instrument, appreciation. There's many ways to find ourselves to non-resistance. What I'm hearing here is if I'm thinking a thought and I'm taking action on that thought and it doesn't have a pleasing outcome, it's because that thought started in resistance. That thought maybe was triggered from a conversation with another or from a habit or from any form of non-resistant vibration. That's where that thought came from. Now, thoughts that come from non-resistance, that thought came from resistance, right? Make sure I said that. I think I might have said non-resistance. So understanding to be in a place of non-resistance as much as I can is what I'm getting out of it. Just try it, for God's sake. To stop having excuses, stop having reasons. There's going to be plenty that come my way. That this could be what takes me down. Or is it going to be my reason to go ahead and offer my signal and tune myself to the source and be someone in this world who takes responsibility for their life and make the changes the only way that I can? Abraham was talking today. I was listening to one while driving in the car where Abraham was talking about change can only be made from the vortex. You know, we try to change things from outside the vortex, but from outside the vortex, thinking about appreciation might not work. I have to find the feeling thought I can that's the best feeling thought from where I am. And it may probably not be appreciation if I'm not in the vortex. But if I work my way up the emotional scale and then I get myself there to appreciation, find my way to the vortex. Whatever it takes, get there. And something I heard them say is we all find it every day at some point, maybe accidentally. Maybe while petting a cat, maybe while seeing a beautiful sunset, maybe while watching a child jump through a sprinkler, something that just warms our heart and we find our way to the vortex. And if we can catch it when it's there and then we can milk it. All right, people, great to be here with you today. Thanks for tuning in. Until next time, this is Coach Miller Light.